Yeah.
So tell me your name and what you're doing here.
My name is Emmanuel and I'm here today to interview for a job. To be honest, I came here expecting like a madhouse. Just everyone kind of scrambling around, cutthroat kind of environment, but it was very calm, peaceful. Things were orderly. I prepared for today by getting mock interviews, learning to do a resume, and learning about customer service responses through the combined programs of the Brotherhood Crusade and LeadersUp. I learned about the different aspects of each job. They all don't flow together. Different skill sets are needed, and with certain employers, my skill set doesn't fit, and that's okay. It's not a bad thing. With others, that my skill set fits perfectly, and I got a job offer out of that. I got a job with Nordstrom's Rack.
So LeadersUp always talks about ensuring that the next generation of talent is connected to opportunity. When I think about this across the 5 years of us doing work across Chicago, Los Angeles, and the San Francisco Bay Area, I think about Emmanuel. Emmanuel was a student that came to us through one of our partners, the Brotherhood Crusade. He participated in our training. He seized a career opportunity with Nordstrom's Rack, but then he decided he wanted to give back to his community.
When you get more, right? Because they can live in your skills and abilities because you learn them. But once you get enough, you can make a whole separate section for them.
Being able to train people after being in the program, going from student to teacher, has been a journey, but it's an amazing one. And I can't really state how it makes me feel. I just feel great. Like there's no specific emotion. It's just a bunch of them all together. I've enjoyed the journey. I've grown internally and externally, and it's good to give back to other people because I see them in myself.
So if they ask for a calculator, give one. If you want to add one, you can. Use an application to ask for a calculator. If it's, the description is, if the job is very detailed, they'll ask for one, but you don't necessarily need it. It's up to your discretion. But you know how to write one?
When I went to the hiring fair, I wanted to work for Starbucks. They weren't there at the time, but I got a job, and then at the time I talked to Corey Matthews, and I asked him, did they have any internships? And he said, no, there are no internships. If you're going to be working, you don't need to have an internship. And I was kind of put out by that. I just started working. And then about 8 months later, I got a call saying, we have an opportunity for an internship. Are you interested? So turns out I had stayed in his mind because of that. So I applied for it and I got it. And I started working in LeadersUp on just January of 2017. So today, for our LeadersUp professional development training, we teach young adults about how to present themselves in a job interview or just professionally. And we do that by helping them go over their resume, teaching them how to use correct body language, shaking hands, and then we culminate that with a mock interview, which they've used all the techniques that they've gotten throughout the day. It gives me the greatest feeling, knowing that I can invest in someone like someone invested in me, and I'm making a difference doing it because I have the history and the experience to do so. It's always amazing when I see someone's face when I tell them, oh, I was in your spot. And they're like, how? Like, how did you get from here to here? And I explain, oh, this is what I did. And then the next question always after is, how do I get your job? And I let them know, like, I didn't plan to get this job. If we rewind a bit, I didn't think about LeadersUp until they called me. It wasn't like, I'm gonna work at LeadersUp one day after I left that hiring fair. Kind of out of my mind, I was just working at Nordstrom nonstop until someone's like, hey, we have an opportunity. And I kind of use that to tell my story. You really can't plan to have opportunity happen to you. It just shows up when you're ready. And I was ready, so I'm prepared for it. If I hadn't been working nonstop for 6 months and just kind of lounging around, I wouldn't have been prepared for the work at LeadersUp. So it kind of put things in context.
Emmanuel went from being an intern at LeadersUp to one of our leading talent solution specialists. This talks about and shines light on when you give a young person an opportunity, how they will seize it and add value. LeadersUp is not just connecting young people to employment. We're an employer that actually hires our young people.